Hello everyone. It's been a while. After I reached Mythic, I decided to take a little bit of a break from laddering, and here we are again. So to start things off, this time I think I'm going to try a deck that I did run into. I can't remember if it was specifically last season or this season when I was climbing to Mythic. I saw a particular deck that was actually very interesting, and it was a vampire reanimator deck using a card called Olivia Crimson Bride. And their main focus was trying to use this Olivia to reanimate. Instead of being fully focused on Unburial Rites and Priest of the Fell Rites, it was trying to cheat out Olivia using Sorin to putting stuff from your graveyard to the battlefield. So today I'm going to try to see if I can build a deck that can work off of that mechanic. We'll see if this Sorin with Olivia can make Reanimator deck work in Historic. Let's find out. To start things off, 4 copies of Sorin. We probably want 4 copies of Olivia as well. So if we are playing Sorin, I actually do want our entire deck to be pretty much a vampire deck. So kind of a mid-rangey vampire deck to have a Reanimator as a backup plan is probably something that I want to go for. Because, I mean, like, why else would you play Sorin with Olivia when there's an existing Reanimator deck, right? But let's go for a more of a vampire deck instead of a pure Reanimator deck. And I don't think it can just be any vampires either. It needs to synergize well with being able to put things into our graveyard, put cards from our hand to our graveyard. So I was thinking more like Insolent Neonate, which can discard a card and you get to draw a card. There's also 1 mana. It's a 1 mana 1/1, which is also a vampire. So something like that. Voldaren Epicure is also something we could consider. You do have to pay 1 mana. Actually, on a second thought, Voldaren Epicure is probably better than Insolent Neonate. Although we need to pay 1 mana, but it actually synergizes better with Sorin because Voldaren Epicure leaves a body compared to Insolent Neonate. You have to sacrifice itself, so it doesn't leave a body when you want to discard a card. Let's say we play Insolent Neonate, we want to discard a card, but if it doesn't leave a body for Sorin, use its +1 ability on the creature itself, then it doesn't really synergize too well, right? So we might want to play both of them, but let's just have Voldaren Epicure for now. So we'll play 4 of these. I think Vulcanwrath Pitfighter is also an option, but the fact that you have to pay 2 mana to discard a card, I don't know. I think we'll just go with Voldaren Epicure for now. What else discards? I mean, I think Faithless Looting is by far the best discard card in the format, so we probably want 4 of those. We also can't forget about Bone Shard. I think we can run maybe 2 or 3 copies of this, so we'll put 2 in there for now. I think we might actually want some Seasoned Pyromancers as well. We'll put 4 copies for now. So can't forget about Champion of Dusk. This is pretty much a must card to play in a vampire deck. And I think the only Reanimator target that's worth playing is probably Sarah's Emissary. So we'll play 4 copies. And aside from Champion of Dusk, what other vampires do we want to play? Do we just want to play a lot of draw cards? This does draw us a card. And it's also a vampire that can be sacrificed to Sorin. We'll play 4 of these for now. And I think I want to play 2 copies of Edgar. So how does this look? It's already 60 cards. Do we want to play Unburial Rites, even though we play Olivia? Maybe, potentially. I think it's either we play Unburial Rites or we play Priest of the Fell Rites. Considering our deck, the fact that we are only playing white, probably for Edgar. Problem with Priest of the Fell Rites is it's white and a black, right? If we look at our deck, it is basically Rakdos at the moment. Aside from Edgar and Sarah's Emissary, we're probably never going to be casting Sarah's Emissary to begin with. Edgar, but this is a 4 mana, so more than likely we will have a white mana by turn 4. But I think messing with mana base could actually hurt the deck more if we do play Priest of the Fell Rites. So I'm gonna test if the deck is functional without the Priest of the Fell Rites. So I think I'm gonna opt in for Unburial Rites instead. We'll play 4 copies of these. Okay, so what is the cut? I mean, we're not completely reliant on Champion of Dusk. We are playing, let's see, how many vampires are we playing? 8 here, 10 vampires. But Sorin minus Champion of Dusk is actually pretty powerful in itself, even without any board. But considering that we don't play that many vampires to begin with, maybe we just go down. We'll go down on the Champion of Dusk. Let's see, we can go down on a Pyromancer. And considering that our curve kind of ends with 3, right? The deck doesn't really need more than 3 lands, because as soon as we get Sorin down, we can minus for Champion of Dusk, Edgar, and Olivia. I think we can potentially go down to 22 lands and be still fine. Also, we're like, we have Faithless Looting, Voldaren Epicure, Dusk Legion Zealot to draw in 2 lands. So I think it's safe to say we can cut 2 lands. And we'll call this Vampire Reanimator. We'll test out the deck. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be viable, so just as a head wording, I'm going to try this deck in Unranked for now, make some adjustments. We'll see if the deck works out, and then we'll take it to rank. Alright, so we got Olivia. We don't have Sorin, but we do have Faithless Looting and Olivia and Unbearer, right? So I'll keep this. Start with the Triome, and then we'll bin. I guess we need to bin Olivia and... Ooh, that's actually such a great draw. So let's bin Unburied. Let's spin the rights, and then Olivia. Actually, maybe I'm not supposed to bin Olivia, because if I do draw Sorin, you know? Yeah. Actually, yeah. In case I drew Sorin, I shouldn't have binned Olivia. I should have been like maybe Faithless Looting. I don't know. Bin these 2. Okay. I mean, it's a Reanimator. We won because they saw Sarah's Emissary, right? So we can't really say if the vampires actually won it for us. Okay. That is a mulligan. Ooh, Sorin. That is a juicy hand. What do I keep though? I'm gonna keep this hand for sure. Ah, that's so greedy. I don't know. Selfless Savior. Oh, we got the combo. We got the combo. But there's nothing in the graveyard. It's kind of awkward. We also don't have a land because we got greedy. If I get a land next turn, ooh, oh, it's a budget. Is it a budget for a deck? Since considering they don't have Loris, it's not looking good though. To sacrifice this or not? I think I'm actually willing to block. Didn't get a land, but we got Faithless Looting. This might get us there. Sarah's Emissary. And a land. That's good. Because next turn, I got Sorin. We also have a blocker. Wow. Yeah, that is scary. Okay. I don't think we need to draw with this, right? This blood token? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna Sorin. So here's where we would have lost because we couldn't have played this for as an untapped land into an Unbury Rights, but Sorin actually got us there. We'll attack with the Olivia. There's Emissary. Called Creatures. It's also attacking for 10, which is great. What kind of sucks is Sorin does not get protection, so it is gonna die. I think that's okay. Okay. So okay, I mean, considering this deck plays a lot of tap lands, it did actually save us. If this was a usual Reanimator deck, with a lot of tap lands on turn 4, we would have lost because Unbury Rights would have been a little bit slower. So that's a good sign. Is this a keep? It's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. I'll keep it. This card is so good. This is probably my most underestimated card in the set. I can't believe how good this card is. It's a lot of Unbury Rights. I don't see myself bidding. Edgar doesn't really make sense, since Unbury Rights is also 4. This is also 4. I could just play it in case they have Graveyard Hate, right? So that's actually... Ooh. That's actually something I like. If they do have a Graveyard Hate, we kind of have a backup plan. We have the creature plan. We'll discard these two. Olivia. Okay. Ooh, that's lucky. They didn't bin any creatures. If they actually did, then yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll attack first because we can just play Edgar out. If they decide to flash again, we'll just play Edgar out. Or we can just Unbury Rights, I guess. Interesting, they didn't... Okay. I could play the Edgar out, but I don't think it does anything. I mean, reanimate the Edgar, because I can just play it. Wow. So I do actually really like that. If they do happen to have, like, you know, like a lot of decks usually have a lot of Graveyard Hate nowadays, so if they do have a Graveyard Hate, like, look at my board. I think this is a pretty good board. We do have Sarah's Emissary, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna try keeping this hand to see if it works out. Just because we have Epicure and Dust Legion Zealot, and we also have Faithless Suiting, this is just a test. Might not work out. We'll see. Ooh, it's an elf deck, which is a problem. There's Olivia. There is Olivia. So we'll bottom both Sarah's Emissary. I think I'm gonna Faithless Suiting again. Okay, there's Unbearing Rights as well. So, I think putting Olivia into the bottom doesn't really make sense because if I Unbear Rights Sarah's Emissary, I just win anyways. If I happen to draw a Sorin next turn, I can -4 Olivia, so I don't think I bottom this one. In this case, I think I... These are tap lands, so... I think I'm supposed to bottom a land in hoping to draw a land next turn. Actually, it needs to be this one, because this one comes untapped next turn. So, it needs to be those two. So if we get a Sorin, we win. They have a really fast hand. Like, this is ridiculously fast. Oh. So I'm guaranteed dead next turn? Right? Unless I draw Sorin. Sorin would be, like, insane. Or, a removal spell would be nice as well. There's a couple of options here that saved me. This is the power of going first. It's a Bone Shard. Bone Shard. Whoa. What is that? Interesting. Okay, we lost because... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they got 8 mana. Yeah, so... guaranteed loss, right? So... I think I need to look for a removal spell. Oh my god, we actually got there. We actually got there. Okay, so... bottom this. And this. We need to keep all the lands. I can't believe this. We actually got there. So... discard a card. Get rid of that. And we won. Next turn at least. Unless something happens, I don't think they can cast this. I don't believe. War Master, sure. Arch Druid, sure. They just top decked this because they if they had it last turn, they would have played it, right? Wow. What a game. Olivia? Attack? Sarah's Emissary. Oh, Creature. Very close game. Like, won by a hair. No blocks. GG's. Okay. Close game, close game. Oh my god, we have the combo. We have the combo. Wow, what a beautiful hand. What a beautiful hand. Okay, it's not a beautiful hand anymore. Goodbye, Soren. I mean, they might take away Olivia. I don't know. Wow. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Olivia and Sarah's emissary. Okay. Better have another Thoughtseize. Okay, they do. Maybe we'll get another Soren. I don't know. Thoughtseize bug. That happens a lot when I play. Ooh, that's a card. That is a card. I'm not sure if I should actually... I'm considering... I mean, this is black-blue control, right? They must have more counters, so... I think... I just get rid of these two. I think I will hard cast this. I think I'll hard cast this. So that I can... So they would need two counter spells? Okay. That is really annoying. Because I do need... I think I'm gonna play that. I'll pass my turn. So they're gonna feel the ruin me. But we do play a copy of Mountain. They did not. Okay. Okay. I don't think I cycle this because this is my white mana in case they feel the ruin my Concealed Courtyard. Okay, so... I am going to revive Sarah. Because if they get rid of this... This gets exiled. So we're gonna play Unburied Rites first. If they have a, I don't know, counterspell. Probably time to use it. Drown in the Lock. Okay, now we get to use it again. Because we were patient. Oh, they just drew that. They just drew that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll go with the plan 2. Attack with creatures. We'll go with plan 2. Interesting. And they're kind of stuck on lands, not gonna lie. Field of Ruins. Okay. Kind of want to attack first. Even though I could play this, like they could have another. I really want them to use Relic, you know? Really want them to use Relic. So I'm just gonna. I don't know. You know what? We'll Faithless Suiting. Really? You're just not gonna let it go, huh? Yeah, we'll attack. I need them for them to tap out. Looks like they force me. If they want to use it, you gotta destroy your relic. Commit? Why are they so... I'm confused. Why are they holding on to that relic? I'm confused. Like, because they get to draw too? I don't know. Man, they're really stuck on lands. Oh, that's fantastic, because I can go Sorin into Edgar. Maybe I should have played Edgar first.
If you threaten Innistrad,
Interesting.
take it personally.
Okay, we'll plus this.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Oh. Okay. And then I guess we'll play this because they didn't counter last time. If they had Drowned Lock, they would have used on Sorin. Oh, they messed up. They were supposed to crack Relic before Edgar comes back. They really don't want to use the Relic, so I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? This is actually a really cool game. So this is something that the normal Reanimator deck can't even fathom, right? But like, as soon as Relic comes down, you just automatically lose the game. So this is really cool.
My bloodline flows through you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna play another one just because we might need another white land for their Field of Ruin. I'm so confused. Like, why aren't they cracking the Relic? Because if they crack the Relic, they get to draw a card. Do they know that? I'm confused. Okay. So we'll cycle this. Okay. Let's see. Or I'll just put it on this.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Because I don't want them to block with Hive. If they do, because they haven't used their relic yet. Trying to get them to use their relic or tap out. If they tap out, I get to unbury rights, which is just gonna win me the game. I'm waiting for them to Shark Typhoon me. Because I can go unbury rights into another one. If I have to. See what happens here. Wow, that connected. Okay. Okay. I wonder what they have. They're hovering over Edgar. Languish. That's fine. They're gonna die though. Let's see. I'm gonna do this first. So now they're forced to use Relic. Hopefully. Yep. Because now they're forced to use Relic, and then if they use Relic, they have to use 1 mana. I don't know what they could have. They probably are holding on to Shark Typhoon to block this. If they do block Edgar with Shark Typhoon, they can't use Relic. So that was actually a good showing, right? If that was any other Reanimator deck, that would have lost, right? So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is this a keep? I mean, we got a pretty good curve with Faithless Looting and Dusk Legion Zealot. I don't know. Not sure if you're supposed to keep a hand like this. You know what? This will be like a experiment. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to Faithless Looting. Considering I have Dusk Legion Zealot, I kind of want to see what kind of hand I get first. It's not like I'm in a rush to reanimate. Ooh, what is this? Grixis. Oh, Grixis Death Shadow. Okay. Kind of spicy. That is kind of spicy. So here I can play Concealed Courtyard. So I can Dusk Legion Zealot, get some information. Got a Shockland. Okay. Faithless Looting. Bottom the Unbury Rights and Sarah's Emissary. So now they have to have a Graveyard Hate or they lose. And even if they do have a Graveyard Hate, it's not really a, like, they're not gonna like lose 100%. Because we do have like Seasoned Pyromancer. So we'll have to see. Let's see. What do they need? Artifact. I gotta call Artifact. Interesting. I could also use Sorin to kill the Dragon Ray Channeler. Let's say they bounce it. So I have to shock myself. That means I'm going down to 9. Play Sarah's Emissary. I would have loved to call Instant Speed because they play on the Holy Heat. Now I'm kind of forced to call Artifact because I see that. Kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward. They should have saved this, by the way, so that I don't see it. Because now... Ooh, Static Discharge. Okay, if they got another one, I think we lose. Maybe we don't lose. So we got on to 6. I mean 3. Ooh, that's perfect. But they play Sorcery Static Discharge as well? Okay. Let's see what we get first. Sarah? And this. So there's no other way out. So what do we call here? Hold up. If I call Artifact, I lose. If I call Creature, I lose. So I guess the only way for us to survive is to kill this Dragon Ray Channeler.
Defeating you will not bring pleasure. Or pain yourself.
Yeah. And hopefully... I don't know. We might still lose. I mean, they might have burn spells. Who knows? They're very interesting. Wow. 3rd Static Discharge. And we finally lost our game. Finally lost the game. Interesting deck.